Good morning and welcome to Cindy's Kitchen. So glad you're here. If you're new, welcome. We do quick, easy, yummy meals Monday through Saturday at 11 o'clock. Good to see you. If you're looking for recipes, go to our YouTube channel, also conveniently called Cindy's Kitchen. Subscribe and you'll have access to all the videos we've done since March and all the recipes. So welcome. Today is Saturday if you're watching live. Good to see you all. Happy coffee. I have my pretty green one today. I don't always match the shirt and the earrings and the coffee cup. I was just kind of in a green mood. Maybe because it's raining here. I don't know. Sip. Okay, so you guys know the rules. No lurking. Once you come on, you have to say good morning, you have to say hi, put a funny face. You gotta do something. Come on, say good morning. I'm saying good morning to you. Say good morning to me. Come on. I see you coming in. I can see who's there. And yet no one has said good morning yet. Come on. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Melinda. Good morning, or as you said, good morning. Hey, Julie, good morning from Northwest Houston. Good to see you. I know, it's a little, it's not a little. It's overcast and it's raining here in Northwest Houston. Hey, Peggy, good morning. Gail, good to see you. Hey, Deanne. So it's raining and it's kind of icky and we've had thunderstorms. Good morning, Jackie. And so, of course, you know what that means. That means the little old arthritic lady is like this today. And I know I just had my infusion, and that really does help. But when it rains, anyway, all over, just kind of, Hey, Shirley, good morning from Illinois. Hello, Nell from North Carolina. Good morning, Joan. Good to see you. You know what I never thought I'd do? I don't know if you thought this, but when I was in college, and I would call home, hello, it's Lois Ann, or is it Louise Ann? Lois Ann? Lois Ann, I think. Lois Ann. Lois Ann, maybe. There we go. Hey, Diane. When I was in college, and I would either get a letter, because, okay, back there, young folks, a letter is, no, I'm just teasing. Anyway, or I would call home. This is what, this entire conversation that I would have, either with my mom or my grandma would be, I called her Nanny. That's what I called my grandma. Hey, Susan. The entire conversation on their end would be what they had eaten and all their aches and pains. Like, I went to the doctor, or this is hurting, or that is hurting. Good morning, Cheryl. And quite frankly, I was like, oh my Lord. All they talk about is food and aches and pains. Right? Food and aches and pains. I have hit the spot. Good morning, sunshine, Joanne. Good to see you. I have hit the spot of where I was when I used to complain in college about my mother and my nanny. Because it seems to me that when I talk to anyone on the phone or in person, it is what I cooked and all my aches and pains. And what do I talk about with you? What are we gonna cook in Cindy's Kitchen? And all of my aches and pains. I have turned into my relatives. There you go. Good morning, Alice. Good to see you. Everybody have your coffee already this morning? It's a good Saturday. Good Saturday. So yesterday, I snuck out, because you know Philip doesn't like me leaving. But I was really hurting, so I snuck out and I went and got a massage. Ooh, I know, right? I got a massage. And so, I haven't been in a while, so I walk in and, you can't sit on anything. You wear your mask. Good morning, Catherine, which is fine. I'm good with all that. My sweet tea. Beautiful bistro mug. Thank you. This is a pattern she doesn't really carry anymore. It was called Irish Meadow. It was one of my faves. But anyway, so I walk in. I have my mask on. I'm ready. And I have to fill out this form. Have you been in contact with anybody? Have you been sick? Yeah. I have no problem with any of that. fill it all out, give it all to him. Good morning, Debbie. Then she goes, okay, I have to take your temperature. Okay, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I haven't been sick, right? So she takes the little scanner thing and puts it, in front of my forehead, and she said, your temperature is 100. And I'm like, 100? My temperature cannot be 100. Well, so, it's Texas. It's like heat wave outside yesterday. And my car, I haven't been in my car. Well, I went to get my infusion, but my car just sits there with the windows rolled up. So it was like 1:30. And I get in the car, and it's hot in the car. I turned the AC on, but the place I went to get the massage was really not very far. And so the car had not cooled down by the time I got there. So I'm like, can it really be that? Can my temperature be 100 just leaving my house in a hot car? She says, get this, do you want to go stand in front of the fan for a few seconds? So I did. I went to the fan that they had, and I put my face in front of the fan. And I just kind of stood there for 2 or 3 minutes. And I said, okay, let's try again. Because I wasn't feeling bad, right? She did it again, 97. Can you imagine that my temperature went up 3 degrees? 3 degrees just from the car. But anyway, there you go. That's Houston. Carissa Gregg is watching. My friend Carissa, she was my law school roommate. And we also went to Oxford. When we were in law school, we spent a semester at the Queen's College at Oxford University. And so we spent a lot of fun times together. And I was lucky we got to talk on the phone this last week. Anyway, so I think it's time for us to get started. Although some of you are still lurking. You're still lurking. You have not said good morning. If you're on the show, you got to say hi, good morning, boo, something. How about in college when you get back to campus and you call yourself collect? Gail, I used to do that too. So I'd call collect and I'd call for myself. My grandmother would answer and the operator would say, collect call from Cindy, will you accept the charges? And my grandmother would say, Cindy's not here. And that way my grandmother knew I'd made it back safe to college. I know, we were sneaky, weren't we? Sneaky, sneaky. Good morning, Linda. Okay, let's get started. Last sip of coffee. What's cooking on Cindy's kitchen? If it has a green thing growing out of it, don't buy that one. Don't buy it if it's got the green thing coming out of it, okay? There we go. Okay, it doesn't smell like anything. Take your knife and we're gonna cut off, look, about a 1/4 inch. See that? We're just gonna cut off the heads. Ooh. Straight down. This is what we're left with. And you don't have to peel all that stuff off. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Loverly. Hey, Lori, good to see you. Okay, I've got another one. Again, don't cut the root ball off. We want the root ball to hold it all together. There's the top. We're gonna take and cut off about a 1/4 inch. Okay, down we go. Now, you're gonna say, but look, those over there didn't get cut off all the way, or there's one hidden back in here. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good, lovelies. Okay, so then I gotta move everything. Take a piece of foil, big enough so that you can wrap them up. Set your heads, no, not that. Your heads of garlic, set your heads on your foil. You can use olive oil or you can use regular oil. Regular oil, you know, vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever kind of oil you have, okay? Now, that being said, we're gonna pour oil on the top of these. I'm not gonna pick them up because I don't wanna get my hands all yucky. You know me, all right? So we're gonna pour oil on the top of that. If it drains down, that's fine, okay? Then we're gonna take salt. I use kosher salt. If you have regular table salt, if you have pink Himalayan salt, whatever kind of salt you want. And we're gonna salt the tops. I mean, quite frankly, you can use your finger and do pinch o' salt if you want. Doesn't really matter. Okay, there you go. Now, bring up your 2 sides. Wait, I'm gonna do it that way. Bring up your 2 sides. Go down. Bring up this side. Smush together. Bring up this side. Smush together. See your little package? Ta-da! Put that in the oven, 400 degrees for 1 hour. Okay? 1 hour in the oven. And poof, an hour has passed. And look, here's our little foil thing. The reason I have to do this at this point in time in the show, like I told you, is my roasted garlic container was empty. And you say, Cindy, could you not have just used regular garlic without roasting it? I could, but since the flavor is so much better on the roasted garlic, the answer would be no. Okay, so here we go. And that's why most of my recipes say roasted garlic. Okay, I'm gonna show you what the inside looks like. Look, can you see the brown color? Isn't that beautiful? Yum. And quite frankly, your whole house smells lovely. Okay, it's soft. And this, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Now, I'm gonna take my little container and I'm gonna take my head of garlic. My hand is gonna get yucky, but there you go. And like a lemon, this is gonna go like a lemon. I'm gonna squeeze. I'm gonna try to do it where you can see. Look, did you see that one pop out? Look, look, here they come. Pop, pop. Squeezing, squeezing. Now, the ones on the bottom, because I'm squeezing, now I gotta put it down because I gotta use 2 hands. So this burst out the bottom. That doesn't bother me at all. So you just need to go through and squeeze. Can you see still? Okay. Squeeze until you get all of the lovely garlic out. And if it doesn't come out in a whole piece, it doesn't matter, except you don't want the paper. Look at that. So get that off. This is the only bad thing about this, because you know I don't like my hands to get all gross and icky. And making roasted garlic, I get gross and icky. Look at that. Okay. Everything is good except for the paper. There, all that goes in. All right, let me do the other one. Here we go. And I'm squeezing. Can you see? Can you see? Okay. Squeeze. Oh, look at that as it comes out. Look at that one popping out. Pop, pop, here it comes. Out, out. There we go. Okay. And I'm squeezing into my container. This container and that little one that I normally use, I usually do 4 heads of garlic. Hey, Sandy. 4 heads of garlic at a time. And that, because I use garlic in everything. It's heart healthy, thank you very much. That lasts me about a week, because I do use a lot of garlic. Okay, and I'm cooking for you all the time, so there you go. All right, I gotta get this off my fingers. My hands were clean, I promise. Okay, you could lick these, because it's that good. Oh, I hate to waste, but we got stuff to do, so we got to move on. This is let me get the little wet one. La 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 la. This one is very wet. Very wet, I tell you. Now the dry one. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so this is what we're left with. Wait, let me scoosh it all in there. Do you see in there? Look at that. Then the only thing you have to do, you can cover it with regular oil, or if you want, and I normally do, I don't think it really matters. I keep it on my counter, but you can put it in the fridge if you want. Hey, Carol, good morning. So I'm gonna just, see there it is? And I'm gonna cover this with olive oil, okay? That's the only thing I wanna tell you, is to make sure that it's submerged in the olive oil, okay? And really, I have kept this on the counter as long as probably 3 weeks, because it's got a lid on it. Look, there you go. My ring box is now my garlic holder, okay? So there you go. And like I said, it'll hold about 4 heads, sometimes 5, depending on how big they are. Okay, oh wait, before we go, the whole point of that, Cindy, was that our green beans are gonna need some roasted garlic. How much, you say? Again, it's your thing. That's probably 2, maybe 3. Okay? Ta and da, roasted garlic. Okay, we're gonna have to move. You ready to move? We gotta go over to the stove, because that's where we're going for some more magic. Come along. Can you see me? Come along, come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Whoops. Whoa. And there you go. Look, let me move you. Ta and da. There you go. We're here. All right, so here is our pot. Remember, 2 pieces of bacon diced up. If you love bacon, use more. If you don't have bacon, you want to put some sausage or ham in there, do that. If you don't have any of that, use butter. If you're a vegetarian, use oil, you know, whatever kind of oil you like. And then saute your onion. And then normally at the very last bit, I would put in my, there we go, okay. I would put in my roasted garlic. Because remember, my roasted garlic is already cooked in the oven. I did it this morning. It was so good. You wake up, garlic. Okay, so I've got this on high heat. And to that, so bacon, onion, garlic. And to that, we're gonna add all of our potatoes and onions. This is enough for our family. So again, when I don't tell you specifically how many, you know, I wanna say this is between 6 and 8 potatoes and, I don't know, a pound of green beans, maybe 2. Okay, so in we go. There we go. All right, now, at this point, I would tell you, the stove is on. At this point, I would tell you that the majority of recipes and the majority of the times when I use these calls for chicken stock. I'm gonna put this down just a little bit. We call for chicken stock. And that being said, I didn't have enough chicken stock. It's not a problem. So remember I told you the other day that I have this bullion, but it's like, I think I got it at Sam's. It's like the big thing of bullion, and it's all powdered in there. Not the little cubes. Okay, when you were growing up, did you grow up, if you got sick, you did the bullion soup, right? Your mom took the bullion cube, put the water in there, and then you stirred it. And, you know, there you go. Okay, I still did that when I got older. You know, if you get sick and you live by yourself, you can't make homemade chicken noodle soup. You didn't have the can of chicken noodle soup. I'm sick, I need something, but you had the bullion cubes. So you just did that. You just bought it, I know, so good. All right, so I would say, what does it say? This says 1 teaspoon in a cup of boiling water. That's if you're making soup. I'm probably gonna put a tablespoon of this in here, and that's probably enough. Maybe a little more. Maybe 2 tablespoons. Let's do that, 2 tablespoons. Again, maybe you start with 1, taste it, and then decide, okay, then I've just got water. If you have chicken stock, you certainly can do that, right? Certainly can use chicken stock on here. If you're a vegetarian, you can use veggie stock, or just water. I mean, you're not gonna have as much flavor, but there you go. Make sure that everybody gets to swim. Make sure everybody is in the pool and there's enough liquid in your pan to cover it all, okay? Now, this chicken stock and most of the chicken stocks that you buy have salt in them already. So I'm gonna give you a little heads up. But I salted the onions right before they cooked. This has got bacon in it. We probably are gonna have to add a little bit more salt at the end, but I wanna taste it first. Pepper on the other hand, I know I'm gonna need. So I'm gonna say about a teaspoon of pepper. If you don't like black pepper, don't add it. Don't add it. It will be delicious. Yum. Okay, so there you go. Now we need to bring that to a boil. Hold on, let me get my other stuff. Oh, I got water. I made a big mess. I got water everywhere. Okay, we're gonna bring this to a boil. Once it's boiling, we're gonna turn it down to simmer, and then we're gonna put the lid on it. I know a lot of people, when they're cooking like all kinds of beans or, you know, red beans or even stuff like this, do I cook it with the lid off or do I cook it with the lid on, right? Big thing. So for me, when I'm doing the potatoes and the green beans, bring it to a boil, then turn it down to simmer, put the lid on, 30 to 45 minutes. How do you know? Here's how you know. Depending on how big you cut your potatoes, take a fork, stick a fork in it. No, take your fork, literally, stick a fork in your potato. If the potato comes out, then it's not done. If the potato stays in, it's done. There you go, see? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, so we're gonna let that come to a boil while we start with our honey butter skillet corn. Has anybody made honey butter corn before? So good. All right, so we'll set the lid over there. Okay. I bought fresh corn. And I was gonna make my skillet corn that I normally make, but then I realized I've already done that on this show. You know, taking the corn off the ears and doing it in my cast iron skillet. I realized I'd already done that recipe on the show. You know, we've been doing this, so we've got, you know, over 100 shows on, and most of the shows have at least 2 recipes, like today. And so it's hard for me to remember what I've already made. So that being said, I decided to do something different just in case you don't have corn on the cob. Hold on. Oh, I have it right here. Frozen corn. Come on, everybody's got a bag of frozen corn, don't you? Don't you have a bag of frozen corn somewhere in your house? Tell me right now, yes or no? That's all you have to say, yes or no. Do you have frozen corn? Do you have frozen corn? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Okay, I'm gonna move this, and we're gonna start with butter. Yum, because everything is better with butter. I'm gonna use my cow. Moo. No. Okay, here we go. Susan, really? Susan Tokars does not have frozen corn. Yes, yes, yes. Now, we're gonna need, this is what you need to remember. Yep, about this recipe. 2, 2, 2, 1. And then you can get this recipe right. No, I can't believe the nose. 2, 2, 2, 1. Do you not like frozen corn? That you don't have it? Or, oh, that you grew yourselves. Yum. All right, so 2 tablespoons. There we go. 2 tablespoons in the skillet. I'm gonna turn that on. That's the good burner. I don't have to light it. This one back there, this one up here, I have to light every time. Okay, say goodbye to the cow. Moo. Bye-bye. Okay, so we're gonna need butter. That's 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of honey. Oh, Cindy, you're not measuring again. I know, but on sticky stuff, I hate putting the sticky stuff, 1, in a measuring spoon and then trying to get it out. 2. Okay. There we go. Ooh, butter and honey in our skillet, and we want that to melt. Yum! Is this the most exciting thing ever? Yay, 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 yay. Butter and honey. Oh, there are biscuits at Moo Cows are so cute. I know. Jackie, look. I have the little matching creamer. Not that I would use that for creamer. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. But I had to have it because, look. Mama Moo, Baby Moo. Although it has horns. Looks like a girl, but if it's a bull, it's a boy. I don't know. I thought it was cute. La la la. Okay. And so they match. So I'll figure out something. Good morning, Sherilyn. Was wondering where you were. Okay, we've got the little bubbling. Can you hear it? The bubbling, sizzling going. So this is a 12-ounce package of frozen corn. Can you do this with toothpicks? Yes. Except I have toothpicks in my little kitty cat. Look at that. In that little picture, it's a little cute. That's where I have my toothpicks. Animals everywhere. Okay. You can use canned corn. That's fine. Okay. So now we're just going to give this a toss in our skillet because we want to make sure our corn, every little corn, you need a little moo. Moo. Everybody gets the butter and the corn. Now, this is frozen corn, so what happens when it freezes, you've got the frozen molecules, right, which are water, and then as they cook, it's releasing some of that water. So you're going to have a little bit more liquid in here than just your butter and your honey, so that's good. Yep, kitty. I have 2 dogs and a cat, and so therefore, we used to have so much better. But we used to have 3 dogs, 2 cats, and 2 fish. The fish, as they are wont to do with betta fish, died. Then we lost one of our cats. I think we have coyotes around, And we have hawks, but I think it was a coyote that got him. He was my favorite. So sad. Because we had two cats. Yellow and Gray. That's their names. I'm original, aren't I? Yellow and Gray. Anyway, so Yellow, gone. He was my favorite. I'm sad. And so we have Gray left. And then we had 3 dogs, but one was very old. We had to say goodbye to her. And so now we have 2 dogs left. A Shih Tzu and a Heinz 57, kind of a beagle-y mix of stuff. Irritating dog, but there you go. And then we have the cat. Domestic cat, right? Domesticus caticus. That's not it. One spoiled cat and a rotten dog. Okay. You know, the other thing I didn't address when we were doing the green beans, because I use fresh green beans, and some of you were saying, 1, I'm not leaving the house, and 2, there's no farmer's market. You know, maybe you live in the city, or maybe you live in a place where there aren't farmer's markets, so you don't have access to fresh green beans. Maybe they're not at your grocery store. I don't know. I mean, most grocery stores have them, but that being said, you could use canned green beans in this. That being said, if you're going to do canned green beans, here's my suggestion. Use at least 2 cans of green beans. Put them in a colander, drain them, kind of give them a wash off before you start all this. Just to kind of get some of the, there's other stuff they add to, you know, and so you want that canned taste. Although if we were in the UK, we would say the tin taste. A tin of tomatoes. A tin of tomatoes or a tin of green beans. There you go. We have a Bichon and a Chihuahua and a bird. That's a lot. What are the